G'day gang. If you're an Aussie, you've all seen one of these. Yeah. It's Commodore 3.8 litre. Sometimes they suffer with overheating problems, and we've been through all those water leak and overheating problems before if you've watched before on my channel. I'm going to show you this one though. Lady said the gauge overheats but the engine doesn't. Now I've put a couple of litres of water in there because it needed it. I'm going to pressurise it now. We'll just observe what happens here. Give me a moment, we'll set this up. If you look around you can see we've got spurtage. It did come out of the hole here. We keep regurgitating back up through the filler. And if you look closely, can you see what I can see? Now you can see it. You know what that is, don't you? That's chemi weld, stop leak. Well, not chemi weld, seal up. They're little granules of copper and silver and aluminium they pour into your radiator or your cooling system. So it's had an issue of some sort. It's not leaking at the moment because I put a great deal of pressure in there. But we're going to whip this thermostat out, because originally what happened was you pressurise and there'll be no coolant coming out of here. I think I put about 25 pounds in that radiator, which is probably too many, and it's pushed its way through. So I'm going to pull that thermostat out. I reckon that's going to be your first telltale sign. Look, the radiator is full. We've got nothing coming out of the thermostat. It should be running out of there, because that is lower than here. So have a look what we got here. Well, there's our thermostat.
And not open.
She's not open. No, she's not open. And here's another trick for young players. There's a little bleed hole here. You've got to ensure that that's clear, because that's what actually interacts with that little screw on the top. And if you don't clear that clear, you'll never bleed it out. So normally I would whack that on the linisher. If there's no linisher available, I'll get my file out. This is a good old Aussie second cut hook and shear. Second cut. That'll flatten it out nicely. And here's another thing. These gaskets, as you can see, they've got a little bit of sticky on them. That's really good. But if you don't pull these little ones out of here, it's not going to bleed up. So you make sure you get these out. You know, everybody probably knows that. But yes, if you don't pull them out of there, you'll never bleed it. Just make sure that stays open. I usually like to put a little bit of a pin or something. I'm not in my toolbox at the moment, so I usually like to get a pin or something and put in there, and then slide the gasket down over it. Just ensures that stays open. And that filing of the face of that gives a little bit chance of better chance of sealing up. Because over time, as this gets tightened down further and further and further, they tend to get a bow in them. I'll just file them out. Okay, with our new thermostat and our new gasket all in place, making sure that it is in place. Our freshly filed surface, no silastic, remember, no silicone, don't use anything like that. Don't use any silicone. We don't want any silicone getting in that little bleeder hole. So I'll tighten this all up. We'll get on with the next problem. Now as I add the coolant, we should see something coming out of that bleeder hole. I'm just using one of spill-free buckets because I have one here. Normally I would use that drink bottle Put a bit of hose on it. We have bubblage yay. We'll fire him up now. And let it do its due. We'll just keep going down more and more as we keep getting more and more fluid in. We'll get it warmed up. So, while I'm waiting on this thing to warm up, or the fans to come on, I mean, new development. New development. See that oily stuff there? Got a bit of red about it, I think. That'll be a radiator that needs doing, because the cooler's going to be taking the water in through the radiator down there. Okay, so that bit's sorted. Now I just want you to have a look down on this idler. This is the adjuster. Notice how it's all the way out to the side, out to the front there. That tension is going to fail really quickly, so I'm going to suggest that to the lady. The radiator. She also said that the horn doesn't work. So, simple diagnostics again. Let's keep an eye on that airbag light. That's this one here. If that comes back on, we know we've got a, there we go, we've got a clock spring problem. That's why the horn don't work. Oh, I love these cars. So there we are, we have a new radiator in now. Nice fresh coolant. Where's that dipstick gone? Here we go. The dipstick for the transmission. Let's just check her out. She's down. That's the full mark. She's down to there, so that's where our tranny fluid was going, or their tranny fluid, into the radiator. We'll top him up. Set this cycle now and wait for the cooling fans to come on. Fill up the transmission. And see what she wants to do about the clock spring. It's quite easy to see that belt's about to walk off there. We're lined up with that. You shouldn't be able to see that tensioner running. Waiting for the fans to cycle, and we'll be happy chappies. And away they go. Yes, both fans are running. Just give it a minute. Shut off. There we go. That's all it took. That's confirmed that everything is sweet. Temp gauge. Perfect. Now, let's see what she wants to do about that and the pulley. So I'll give her the story. Told her she wants one of those. One of those. She can't afford that right now, but my bit's done. Have a good one. Check you later. Cheers.